Hey everyone, it's me again, Kiana, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see from the title of this video, we are going to be doing the reread book tag. It's about 9 questions, so let's just jump right into it. I have them all written down with my answers, so let's go. So the first question is, let's assume you do rereads. Where do you sit on the rereading scale from almost never to all the time? I think I sit in the middle. I like to reread books, my favorite books of all times, if I can. So it's really in the middle. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Question number 2 is, has that changed over your reading life? Yes, it has. When I first started reading a lot in 2016, when I would read like a first book in a series, like say in February, and then I would read the second book like 2-3 months later. Before I would read it, I would reread the first book and then jump into the second book, and then I would do that with everything else. I don't do that anymore. If I'm reading one book, rereading like say Throne of Glass in March, and then don't pick up Crown of Midnight until June, I'm not going to reread like the first one again. I'm just going to jump straight into my reread of Crown of Midnight. So yes, it has changed a lot. Question number 3 is, when do you reread? I try to reread at least one book every month. I think this month this month I reread Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, which is one of my absolute favorite series. So I try to reread at least one book once a month or every other month if I can. Why do you reread books? I personally like to reread books to relive all of my favorite moments in that book, to relive the magic, relive why I fell in love with this book in the first place. But that's my personal opinion. Some people, and it also depends like what book I'm reading too. Like if it's like a Shadowhunter book, sometimes I will reread in anticipation for the next book coming out, which I'm going to do when the 3rd book comes out for the Last Hour trilogy. Oh, cannot wait for that. Question number 5 is, how do you reread? Faster, slower, or just the best parts? I reread the entire book. Some people say that they will reread just like the important like fight battles and all of that. No, like I will reread the entire book, because if not, what if I miss like a little small detail and it's in the next book and it's gonna be like, oh, when did this happen? Like either you reread the entire book or you don't reread the book at all, is my opinion. Who or what do you reread more? Authors, genres, or individual books? I think I reread my favorites, as I said, or sometimes series, like my favorites being Fangirl, like the Throne of Glass series, the Harry Potter series, stuff like that. Question number 7 is there a book you found better when you read? And that would be Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I read this for the first time when I was 15 and I was in high school. I bought it. I had my best friend's boyfriend buy it for me, actually, I think it was like a birthday or Christmas present. I had him buy it for me. So then I didn't reread it. So I was 15 when I first read it, and I want to say I was like 19 when I then reread it, and I fell more in love with the book. If you don't know what Fangirl is, it's about a girl named Kathy, and she goes to college and she writes Simon Snow fan fiction, which is basically like a Harry Potter fan fiction. And she deals with, not being with her twin sister for the first time in a very long time, and being semi-publicly known for writing this Simon Snow fan fiction. It's one of my favorite books ever. If you haven't read it, you should. And this is like the one with all the fan inside of it. Question number 8 is, what is one book you found worse when you reread it? And that would have to be The Winter's Curse by Marie Wachowski. This, I loved it when I first read it, and a couple months after, I don't even remember what it is now because I can't reread that series without getting annoyed. When I try to reread it, like I want to say like a month or 2 later, I couldn't get the first book. I ended up DNFing the first book on my second reread of it. So I think it's because I was older when I read it now. And then the 9th and final question is, which book have you reread the most? And that has to be between these 2 books, which is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by We Know Who, and The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I have reread this 5 times now, and I have reread this 3 or 4 times. So these are my 2 most highly reread books ever, and they're 2 of my favorite books ever. I will constantly recommend these 2 books forever. This is the edition that when you have all of them together on the side, it looks like Hogwarts. So this is Harry, Hedwig, and Hagrid walking through Diagon Alley. And then this is the Barnes & Noble, where it's the dark color, and then when you flip it open, it's that. I think it's time for a reread of The Cruel Prince though. But that is all for this tag right here. I'll be leaving right here 2 videos I feel you guys should go check out. I try to post 2 to 3 times a week. Sometimes life gets in the way, sometimes work and school gets in the way, and I will hopefully be seeing you guys very soon with another video. Bye guys.